For this workout, it's going to be a little bit more strength-based, and you're just doing 3 rounds of these movements on your own time. So no real time parameters, just doing 3 rounds at whatever pace works best for you. So the first movement that you're going to do is a dumbbell press. So you're going to grab 2 dumbbells, and you're going to bring them up to your shoulders, and you can swing them up, whatever you need to do to get them up to your shoulders. And then from here, you're just going to press up. So from the side, I'm just pressing up. I'm trying not to hinge through my back. I want you to keep those ribs really tucked in and the head tucked back. So just like this, up and down, 8 times. Then the next movement that you're going to do are squats. So I want you to get a target, basically just a seat, but I don't want you to use it as a chair. I don't want you to just plop down in it. I want you to truly use it as a target. So think about, I'll show from the side. This is me using it as a target. I'm just tapping it. It's giving me a tactile feedback of how low I want to go. Whereas this is me kind of using it as a seat, where I just lose myself partway through and just plop on down. So that's not what we're going for. We're going for the nice controlled tap. So for a squat, I want your feet to be right under your shoulders. So you can kind of line it up like that. And then from here, I want you to initiate with your hips back first. And notice I'm driving my knees out. So I'm keeping my hips back, knees out, and I'm just sitting back and back up. So let's do a couple of these, focusing first on the hips. So I want you to do a few with me, just warm up repetitions. Feet under your shoulders, so line up your feet with your shoulders. Now turn your feet just slightly out. So I'm going to turn my feet just slightly out. From here, I want you to hinge your hips back. Hinge your hips back. And from here, keep the weight on your heels. So you can even think about like floating your toes a little bit, and you're going to sit on back and back up. Let's do a couple of these. Hips first, sitting back and back up. Hips back, down, and back up. Now I'm going to add one more component to this. Notice that when I'm squatting, I send those hips back, and then I track those knees out, kind of in line with my toes. So I don't want you doing this, and notice my heels come up. That's not what I want. I want you to keep those heels down, track those knees. So I have my feet slightly out, track those knees almost like they're screwed into the floor, out, and back up. So that's the squat. Next, you're going to do just kind of a mobile stretch, kind of a dynamic stretch, I guess we'll call it. So I want you to stand against a wall or some sort of a solid surface. You're going to step your outside foot forward. And from here, you're going to line your hand up with your shoulder. You're going to bring your hands together, and then you're going to twist around and back forward. Notice I'm not slinging my hips around. I'm trying to keep my hips still pointed forward and really rotate through my upper back. You can follow your hand with your head, back forward, follow your hand with your head, and back forward. You're going to do these on both sides, so remember that front or that outside foot forward, hand in line with shoulder, come out and back. Next, you're going to do 10 upright rows. So once again, you're going to grab 2 dumbbells. Hopefully these aren't too heavy for me. And you're just going to row them upright. So you're going to bring them up like this. So I'm keeping them nice by my sides. I'm trying to bring those elbows relatively in, so not like way out here. And you're just bringing those dumbbells. Actually, yeah, I don't mind if your elbows are out. So whichever is more comfortable for you, and you're just bringing those dumbbells straight up. So let's go through a round of this one together. You're going to do 3 rounds total. But the first round, grab those 2 dumbbells, because we're going to do 8 presses. So swing the dumbbells up, get them up to your shoulders however you need, and from here, you're doing 8 presses. So 1, 2, watch that back, 3, 4, tuck those ribs in, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Now we're going to the squats. The first few times you do these, no need to add a weight. Let's just get the technique down. As you feel really comfortable with them, and you're feeling strong with them, and you feel like you can comfortably control until your hips are below your knees, until we're meeting those metrics, let's just not add weight. So, feet under shoulders, toes slightly out. I'm sending my hips back, driving those knees out, staying on my heels, tap, and 1. There's 1. And 2. Remember to keep those heels down. 3. Drive those knees out. 4. Hips first. 5. 6. Here we go. 7. Last one. 8. Good job. Now we're going to do our dynamic stretch. So coming over to a wall. Put that outside foot forward. Hand in line with shoulder. Bring your hands together. And I'm opening up, following my hand with my eyes, and coming back. Open up and back. That's 2. Keep those hips forward. 3. We're going to do 10 of these per side. 4. 5. 6. 7. This one's nice and slow. It's not a race. 8. 9. 10. Switch sides. Outside foot forward. Hand in line with shoulder. Hands together. And I'm following my hand back. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. A lot of times on these, you'll find that you're able to move further as you go through the rounds. Next, we're moving into our last movement. Ooh, that's going to be too heavy for me. We're going to do these upright rows. So 10 upright rows. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to repeat that for 2 more rounds, going back to the dumbbell press, and 8, 8, 10, and 10.